International Space Station, 25 years in orbit. Learn interesting facts. The International Space Station (ISS) is the most expensive, complex, and long-term scientific project in human history, orbiting Earth for the past 25 years. According to a BBC report, this station, located approximately 400 kilometers above Earth, is a living example of modern engineering, international cooperation, and human determination. Since the start of the first mission in the year 2000, the ISS has been continuously inhabited. If you were born after November 2, 2000, space has never been without humans in your entire life. So far, over 280 astronauts and cosmonauts have stayed on this station. American astronaut Zena Cardman. The ISS is proof that when countries of the world set aside their differences and work together, even the impossible can be achieved, although this journey has also faced challenges, delays, and financial disputes. Oldest module, year. The first module, the ISS, Zarya, was sent into space in November 1998 from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan. Initially, this project faced delays, escalating costs, and political opposition. Some even advocated for its complete termination. Astronauts of the first mission in November 2000, Bill Shepard, Sergei Krikalev, and Yuri Gudzenko turned on the station's lights. At that time, the ISS consisted of only 3 modules. But despite these limited resources, the astronauts conducted 22 scientific experiments, 7 spacewalks, and welcomed 2 shuttle missions in 5 months. Assembly flights. Over 40 flights were conducted for the construction of the ISS. Parts manufactured in the US, Russia, Europe, and Japan were assembled in space, with the space shuttle's robotic arm playing a key role in this process. Habitable space. Russian cosmonaut Elena Serova. This space is equivalent to a 6-room house on Earth, but in zero gravity, walls, ceilings, and floors all hold equal importance. Astronauts sometimes deliberately celebrate upside-down world days. Daily exercise. Staying in space can be harmful to the human body, so astronauts exercise for 2 hours daily. In 2016, British astronaut Tim Peake also set a record for running a marathon in space. Water recycling. On the ISS, almost all water is recycled. Breath, sweat, and even urine are purified to become drinkable. Hence, it's said that today's urine is tomorrow's coffee. Published research papers. This research encompasses medicine, pharmaceuticals, materials, human health, and new technologies. The aim of many experiments is to find treatments for diseases on Earth. Oldest astronaut. Dom Petit is the oldest astronaut to have stayed on the ISS at the age of 70, while John Glenn traveled to space at the age of 77. Longest mission. Frank Rubio. NASA astronaut Frank Rubio spent 371 days in space, while Russian cosmonaut Valery Polyakov holds the overall record of 437 days. Cupola window glass thickness. This window provides astronauts with a magnificent view of Earth, although getting lost in this view can be a risk to the daily schedule. Guitar played in space. Canadian astronaut Dom Petit made a musical instrument from a vacuum cleaner and performed a unique experiment in space. Sleeping bag length. Astronauts sleep in sleeping bags attached to walls, where noise, light, and weightlessness make sleep difficult. Toilet in space. Repairing a toilet in space is a major challenge. According to astronaut Chris Hadfield, fixing a toilet in space was a memorable moment of his mission. Cookies baked in space. In 2019, 5 chocolate chip cookies were baked in space, but they were only allowed to be eaten after being brought back to Earth for testing. Measures to avoid space debris. Due to the threat of space debris, the ISS has had to change its course 40 times so far. Longest spacewalk. In 2001, a spacewalk of approximately 9 hours was conducted. On one occasion, there was also a dangerous incident of water filling an astronaut's helmet. Canada arm joints. The Canadian robotic arm Canadarm2 serves as the backbone for the construction and repair of the ISS space tourists. So far, 13 private individuals have traveled to the ISS, requiring months of mandatory training for them. Orbits in 1 day. The ISS orbits Earth 16 times in 24 hours. During this, astronauts witness 16 sunrises and sunsets. Cost of 1 seat. Today, the average cost of 1 seat to reach the space station is approximately $55 million. Objects on the station. Space shuttle. This was used in the past for transporting astronauts and supplies to the ISS. However, SpaceX flights now perform this duty. We all put things away at home and forget them. but imagine putting something down and it floating away somewhere else. This situation often occurs on the International Space Station, so the station's surfaces and astronaut suits have Velcro, adhesive strips, attached in various places. Whether it's highly important technical equipment or the station's toilet paper, almost every item has a barcode and/or serial number to keep track of inventory. This entire system is monitored by a specific officer in mission control, known as the Inventory Storage Officer. So if astronauts ever run out of toilet paper, they know exactly who to call. Total cost: the exact total cost of the ISS cannot be determined, but it is considered one of the most expensive projects in human history. The International Space Station is not just a scientific experiment, but also a symbol of humanity's collective endeavor. This project proves that through knowledge, cooperation, and determination, new paths can be forged even in a challenging environment like space.